Well, this is a test video. I had to send my production crew home, so I'm doing this from my iPhone. I've never, that I remember, recorded myself, but this is kind of a test, and I'm going to load it up to my YouTube account, and we'll see what it looks like and so forth. For my Wednesday night, we've been studying the book of Acts, and I thought maybe what I would do is to sort of catch you up and kind of remind you of the big picture. One of the things I've noticed about myself over the years is that I'm a big picture kind of guy, and so I thought, I like to see pictures of a forest. I don't care about identifying all the trees and all of that sort of things. I just look at the picture and see the beauty of the forest. And I think I'm kind of that way with the Bible as well. Although I do deal with the details of the Bible, but what I really like to do is to grasp the whole. Acts is part 2, or volume 2, from the Gospel of Luke. They're addressed to the same individual, Theophilus, lover of God. Some think that Theophilus, by the way, Luke addresses him in the first Gospel, O most excellent Theophilus, means he's a Roman official, because Paul later on, when he's defending himself against in front of the Roman officials, that's the way he addresses them. So, and some think that Luke might be writing a defense of Paul, although I don't know why just Paul. It seems to me that Luke might be writing a defense of the way, as he characterizes it in the book of Acts. And since Paul's the one on trial at the end, it kind of makes sense that Paul's trial is sort of called into question, the way. But Luke has, one of the interesting things to me is that as I go through this, both in Luke and Acts, well, Luke is about the ministry of Jesus, and then Acts is about the ministry of the apostles, starting with the 12 and then moving on to Paul. Of course, Jesus' ministry, without Jesus' ministry, there is no ministry of the apostles. So they, in doing this, Luke identifies for us the fact that Jesus fulfilled what God started off to do in the Old Testament, and then the apostles broadcast it out to the world. And now today we continue to take that message on. One of the interesting things that I've noticed in going through is that Luke uses the ministry of Elijah and Elisha in order to, not in its entirety, but in several instances, he kind of identifies Jesus and the apostles with Elijah and Elisha. In fact, one commentator said that that's the reason why, or he speculated that's the reason why Luke doesn't use Elijah or doesn't connect the ministry of John the Baptist with the ministry of Elijah as others do.